Okay, let's do a couple Underdog Best Ball drafts. Rip them, as they say. I do have the Sidekick available from Legendary Upside. But I've done a boatload of drafts on Underdog, but about 2/3 of the money-wise allocation's been to DraftKings. So I had a much larger balance there already, and I just know the site better. That's where I did all my best ball last year, the vast majority of it. So Underdog, I've done a lot, but I don't want to plunge into BBM just quite yet. I'll probably do more of it in August. I will do more of it in August, and getting used to the 18 rounds versus 20 rounds and the half PPR versus PPR. But I've done a lot of them, so let's see here. I've done quite a few of these puppy too. Let's just do a couple of those. I know it's only a $5 one, but I think I've done about 50 of these. The way I like to do it is shrink the size and then increase the size of the Sidekick, the Legendary Upside Sidekick. I'm setting it at Sim with ADP ranking. I like to be able to look at the ADPs, but I also like this because it shows 7 or 8 choices of what the Sidekick's recommending. Obviously, also their correlations and bye weeks and all that. I also like to be able to view the board. I like that easier on DraftKings, so I usually open this up in a separate window and put it on a separate monitor because I want to be able to see the ADPs easier and whatnot. So I got the 7th pick, and I can tell you this. I go pretty balanced with players in the first 3 rounds, but just looking at my latest and calculating my latest exposures, there's multiple guys that I have 5, 6, 7% of that I don't want that much of at their prices, and there's a guy in particular here I am not going to take. And lately I've been leaning in general to mostly just taking a wide receiver in the first round. I do need a little more Bijan and Gibbs. I believe Jefferson too. I've gotten a lot of Chase on Underdog, not on DraftKings quite as much. I've got a decent amount. I haven't gotten many end of the round picks lately in general. I've gotten a lot of these mid round. But I can tell you right now, I'm not going to take McCaffrey. Him going in the first round. The point is as Liam Murphy sort of talked about, he has risk. You want guys in the first couple rounds that don't have risk. He has major risk. Unless you believe his upside is extremely strong, good probability he becomes like the overall one by even a distance, it's just not worth it to me. It's like so I'm looking at I don't want Saquon here either. I do take Saquon occasionally. Should I take him right now? Depends on if I can get. Let's go ahead and take Puka. It's hard to believe I passed on Barkley at the 7 spot, but I did. So, yeah, McCaffrey not in the first round anymore. I don't want to take Henry much in the second. I don't want to take Tyreek. Obviously, Rasheed's dropping. These are guys that I have exposure to that I'm not looking to add more, really. Bowers and McBride. You know, the leg up guys love them, and a lot of the analysts like to take them there. But taking them anywhere but in the late second round, they slip there a lot, and it makes the draft more difficult for me when I take a tight end there. Taking the elite quarterbacks, I'm very comfortable with. I like where they go, and the draft kind of flows automatically from there. But taking those elite tight end, I always feel like I'm kind of playing catch up. Kittle's a little different because he goes later. If McBride slips to the, if I have the first pick and he is there, I will almost always take him with Chase. I like to take Chase Brown there with him as well for a sneakier stack. And if McBride slips to the second round, so here I passed on Barkley. If Achane slips, I'll take him. Otherwise, I'm hoping one of these 2 wide receivers, AJ Brown or McConkey. And I am going to get one of them. I don't have enough McConkey on Underdog. I know he is a PPR guy, better for DraftKings, but I think he's going to have a big year. You know what? Go ahead and take McConkey. I'd have to double check, but I'm do so many drafts that I kind of know what I have, and I look at my allocations, and I have an idea of combinations I don't have that much and things like that. So I start off wide receiver, wide receiver. I do like to star usually their quarterbacks. I don't star much more now that I've got the Sidekick going. I'm probably going to cancel the Sidekick after August when the season starts. But I stopped doing my Saber Sim. I was not doing well in golf the last few months after I'd been successful in it in the past quite a bit. So I said, what am I paying for this if I'm going to, and because I'm lessening my golf volume, I'm not doing much baseball. So until the NFL season. And I was actually working on creating my own simulation codes in Python. I recommend talking to Google Gemini AI about that. It is getting amazing, and it generates pictures. It got a lot less censorship and sort of political correctness than it used to. It still has some, but it's got a lot of different uses. And I created two different things to generate golf lineups for this week's British Open. I got one lineup doing really well, or two. But they come out different, so you have to sometimes re-log in and try different things and try different angles with it and explain different things of what you want to do. But it's almost creating a Saber Sim Lite that it will run for me in Python. Okay, so we had Burrow go with the turn at the 1-2 turn. We had Josh Allen just go. This is the slot where I don't really love the wide receivers and I don't love the running backs, so I go ahead and take the elite quarterback quite often. So let's go ahead and take Lamar. Devontae's pretty good. JSN, Terry, I don't really like Brees that much. Kyron actually could have been someone I could take to stack with teammates with Puka. I was avoiding him for a while and I'm kind of back in on him. He does produce the numbers, even though we doubt him every year. And he's kind of a plotter. He's almost in my mind becoming a Najee Harris type. I hate to say it, but so I got the Ravens going. I like taking the elite quarterbacks in the 3-4. Here I jumped the gun a little bit, but I'm starting to make that my plan in the third round a little more. This guy took Omarion with the fourth pick in the third round. Chase Brown went in the second round. Here, look at this. Burrow, Chase Brown, Omarion. Wow. The Rashid thing is really having spillover effects. Oh, he took Kyron. Yeah, I didn't have my thing open to notice that the running backs were gone, or I would have taken Kyron last round. I should have looked. It's hard when you're talking at the same time and analyzing. I'm actually tempted to reach here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and reach. I like Chuba a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and reach on him. I'm going to go ahead and star some of the Ravens. I have very little Hill, so I do need to get some Hill. I have a lot of Keaton Mitchell. Decent amount of the other guys. I like Likely a lot. I like Bateman. I like the Flowers stack if he, comes back around. I don't recommend taking him right there because he often slips back around. So I went well above ADP on Chuba. I wanted to lock down a running back. I skipped it in the first round, obviously, second and third. And he's the best of the next tier to me. And just mix it up, you know what I mean? There'll be some ADP values likely coming later if I need him. Chase Brown going there. I've been wanting to get more Chase Brown. The last DraftKings draft I was in, he went here in the third, and I said he never falls to there for me. I've been wanting to get more Chase Brown. I have a decent amount of Jacobs. I've been picking Hampton quite a bit actually too, but I don't for Henry. Well, look who's sitting there for us. Zay Flowers, right at ADP, literally. Devontae's a few spots. We got to take Zay. So we got a Ravens stack. We got the Rams, Chargers, Panthers, all different bye weeks, which is nice. One nice thing with the DraftKings queue is that you can sort by ADP, because on the Underdog one is you can do that. That's better, because on the DraftKings one you currently can, as far as, and because I've gotten timed out before and gotten guys who were like 300 in the queue, so or 100, so 100 ADP at like 50, let's say. So I've been more hesitant to use it. Mixon slips a lot. I've got the board going on another monitor, like I said. And these drafts go much faster than DraftKings, so it's I have to focus and concentrate. There's a lot, it's like 50% slower, and people tend to draft faster in DraftKings. There's a lot of sweaties, as we call ourselves. There we go. Mixon fell. I've got to snap him up like 10 spots after ADP. People on DraftKings forget it's about touchdowns. It's like somebody pointed out, it's almost the opposite. On DraftKings, where they should be going after receivers and targets and all that, they go for running backs, and here they go for wide receivers. Nonetheless, I got a nice 1-2-3 start going. I don't really like to not get a second running back. That's a clear number one starter and a good one. Although I've been trying to make myself do that more, push more robust, like hero RB type builds. Zero RB I rarely do. That didn't work last year at all. And I do think the NFL is becoming a bit more of a. I think the rushing thing that happened last year is here to stay for a while. So good running backs are going to be important. And again, I like the elite quarterbacks. I like where they go, because it's sort of a weird range over there of not that many guys I really like. I think a lot of the receivers that go in that 3 range could be interchanged with guys that go in 4 and 5. But there's only 4 elite quarterbacks. I put Burrow the next tier up. I put Mahomes down into the top tier of the other ones with Baker, Nix, etc. Okay, so what do we need here? What do we like here? Not Debo. I'm not taking Debo. Golden and Reed, yeah. I've been taking a little too much Golden, and I just saw a nice little blurb from Evan Silva and Levitan talking about how Reed is going to be forced target, so I like that. This is going well. The reach on Chuba is what made my mind come to rest a lot better on this and feel more comfortable. Now there's no rush at all to take a second quarterback, and when I have the elite quarterbacks, that's when you can just stick with 2. I've been taking 3 quarterbacks more and more on Underdog than I did last year. And the Sims, the Sims from Leg Up are showing that. And it's just become more of a trend, 3-5-7-3 build in particular. So I often do take a third quarterback, and I almost always take a third tight end if I don't get one of the elite ones. Laporta went Hawkins. I don't consider Hawkinson in the same tier as Laporta, because there's a lot of uncertainty. I put him in the next tier down with Evan Ingram and Njoku and guys like that, Andrews. So I have been wanting to get more Laporta. Let's see here. Not Quinshawn. Okay, I see a guy that I'm underweight that I want here. How late does he go? He's 95th. We're at the 90th pick. Cooper Kupp, Pittman. Yeah, Jaden Higgins. I just did my calculations, and I'm low on him. I'm at 5% on him, and Sidekick likes him a lot. But so it's perfect to go ahead and take him there. I'm avoiding Ayuk, Debo. I was avoiding Quinshawn kind of before it happens. Najee. Somebody else can catch the falling knives on him for now. I have no interest. Okay, so now I got 5 wide receivers. 4 could be really good ones, and 1 real promising rookie. You always want to have, minimum probably 2-3 rookies on your teams, because they tend to be late round performers. So now I'm going to wait on backup quarterback as long as possible, and I'll keep an eye on when these guys start to go. I've got 3 I could back stack. I'm going to actually have 4 now I could stack already. So that is not a concern. I do not want to take that quickly. I do want to get a tight end, and I do want to get a 3rd running back. Andrews, likely. I really like Likely this year, but he's been sort of creeping up. I have way too much Goddard. I can't take him. I have a lot of love, and I can't take him. I'm not wanting to take him. Kelsey, I don't have any Kelsey, and if he drops this much, what the heck? I could take the old man. That's a guy that I only got like 4% of. Boy, look at that quarterback run, 4 in a row. They say DraftKings is the only place that does quarterback runs. No, every place does it. It's sometimes DraftKings, they take unstacked quarterbacks more. You know what? I'm going to go. I've got a lot. Oh, Bateman. Hopefully Bateman will come back around. I'm going to go ahead and take old man Kelsey. No, Pittman's. I don't want another wide receiver right now. I'll take Kelsey. I don't like Kelsey much, but I have very little of him, and he slipped. Now Andrews went. Now we're hoping as Bateman comes back to us at the 114. That's the guy I want to stack with Lamar and Flowers. That would be a cool stack. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it. I got a tight end. I'm going to want another good tight end because I don't like Kelsey this year. But again, I'm getting guys that I don't have as much of, and combinations I don't have as much of. As far as Week 17 stacks, I don't think I got a double Houston going. So Chargers with them would be good. Oh, Green Bay and Baltimore. Yeah, Green Bay and Baltimore's one I've built a lot. They're easy. They have a lot of pieces. They're easy to come by, and their game in Week 17 is actually projected decently high scoring. There's none that are currently projected out of the world, but like it was 4th or 5th last time I looked, maybe 5th or 6th most projected game. Double stack with Bateman. I think I got to do it. I don't think I have many Flowers Bateman ones. The thing with Lamar, I actually think Lamar will probably be the QB1, but Allen spreads it around a lot. They both do, but Allen spreads it around in the same game, in my opinion. Lamar, a lot of times their game plan, I feel like one guy will go off in a game, and that's good for best ball to have if you have different pieces. So we really need a running back and another tight end. We got a 1-2-6-1 going. I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. Did a couple moves I don't normally do. So let's look at what running backs are in here. Scatabo, not Najee, Ramondre. Okay, I need a running back. It's losing steam really quick. I have too much Goddard. I can't take him. Yeah, they're both getting snapped up. I got great tight end. Okay, so what running backs? I think Scatabo, Tootin, Ramondre. I'm going to take Ramondre this time. I have a lot of him, but I've been taking a little too much Scatabo lately. The Sidekick loves him over Tracy. I could have taken Spears there too, but Tracy went 2 rounds ago. Wow. Sometimes Scatabo goes before him, especially on DraftKings. It's hard to talk on these and watch. It's 20 seconds, I'm really more focused on my team than what other people are doing. You see a guy just took 3 QBs in a row. The only time I do that, I do take 2 in a row. I've taken 3 out of 4 when I've been really pissed off before at tilting in smaller contests. I've been like, you guys aren't getting shit for QBs. They're doubling up on tight ends. I need to get another tight end. Ramondre's the 3rd running back is good. I do need to get some upside young running backs coming up. I need a younger tight end. And then I need a backup quarterback. I've got 6 good wide receivers. 4 really good wide receivers, and then 2 secondary guys who could be good. That's a pretty strong wide receiver. Puka, Ladd, Flowers, Reed, Higgins, Bateman. Running back's a little depleted. Great quarterback. Tight end needs help. So it's wanting me to take Herbert. We still got Herbert, Penix, Tua, Bryce Young, Stafford. I got Stafford still to go with Puka. Ferguson. I don't have a lot of Ferguson. I have a lot of Brenton Strange. I got it in barely. Whew. I didn't have it at the top. Oh, I got two bye weeks, 10 on tight end. So I need to get a third tight end with a different bye week. I don't really like. I don't love either of them, but I don't have that many of them. I have a lot of Kyle Pitts. I have a decent amount of Strange. I have a lot of Henry. I've been wanting to get more John. I may actually snap up John or Strange. I could use some more Jaden Blue, and that's a Dallas stack. Algiers a Rams stack. Eckler's a Cowboy stack. Don't like Jalen Wright. Bigsby I like. I have a lot of Dylan Sampson at lower prices. I like Roshan. I like Braylon. I mean, I've got a lot. Okay, so just trying to take a look at what's out there. So I think I'm going to get a third tight end quickly, and another running back, either a tight end running back this pick, and then after that, most likely a backup quarterback, depending on where they go. So, like I said, I kind of mix it up. But the Baltimore Green Bay stack is a nice one because you can get Love late. You can get a lot of pieces of both of them late. And they're both good teams. They both should score a lot of points. And it's a very easy stack to make. It's definitely the stack I probably have the most of, I would say. Okay. I got to take Stafford before he gets snatched. So Lamar and Stafford QB room stacked with Puka, stacked with Flowers and Bateman, pretty nice. I'm sorry, but on my stream I don't I haven't set it up yet to see who's in here and with the chat. I'll work on that. I just started using Streamlabs and through YouTube and whatnot, but I am recording this and I'll upload it when it's done. I'm not sure if I'll do one draft or two. I may only do one draft on this one. So I got a 2-3-6-2 going. I want a third tight end. I want another running back. So we're looking at pick 152. You can see I haven't been using the Sidekick quite as much this time. I don't quite as much, but sometimes I'll look over here. There's a lot less time right now compared to what I've been doing. Oh, I have so much of him. I don't have a lot of Jalen Wright, but I don't like him. I have Palmer's one of my most owned. They took Henry on me. Let's go Ertz. Let's go Jalen Wright. I don't have hardly any Jalen Wright. I don't like him that much. I like Ollie Gordon better as a best ball pick. Ertz is Gesicki's the same buy. Chig is the same buy. Yeah, I screwed up by taking Ferguson. I'm so used to not taking Kelsey that the 10 bye week. It's not the end of the world, but it's not my favorite tight end room. Wright's a younger conditional running back. Still love the quarterback and the wide receiver room. I don't have a lot of Thielen. I don't have a lot of McMillan. I don't like them, but I don't have a lot of them. I do like Gesicki. I'm gonna have to take old man Ertz if he comes back around. See, I almost jumped the gun on him last round. I think he'll be there. Oh God, he just went. These motherfuckers. They ran on Jonnu, Henry, and Ertz. Those are the three I wanted. Jonnu, Henry, and Ertz. They ran on him right before me. So that's a bit tilting. I was going to take Jonnu or Henry there. Motherfucker. I have a lot of Mason Taylor. He's a rookie. I don't really want any more of him right now. Cade Otton. I mean, it's not the end of the world that they have the same bye week. Just not super happy with it. It's got a 2.462 going. I like to keep an eye on the third QBs, although I'm a little bit more imperative on DraftKings. They go really late, a lot of them on Underdog. If Chig wasn't the same bye week, I would snap him in a millisecond. Okay, I'm going to reach here on 20. I have so much of these guys. I have so much Shipley. All right, let's take Shipley. I was going to reach on Justice Hill, but I already have 2 Baltimore. I do some 4 stacks, but I prefer a 3 stack. I do want Justice Hill. I didn't want to reach on him. Shipley has a really big upside potential, and there's another young guy. If anything happens to Barkley, I do have some weak 17 correlations going, but it would have been nice to get Ertz or one of the other guys. Jalen McMillan is a correlation. They love DeMario. The Sidekick loves DeMario. It loves like Noel, Pat Bryant. I think I'm going to take Justice Hill and be done with running backs. If he slips, like I said, it's 4 more picks. The way these guys have been going, they've tended to screw me over in this draft. Just the tight ends really tilted me. This guy took Baker. He took Baker unstacked. He took Jordan Love unstacked. So don't go telling me these drafters are much better than DraftKings all the time. Okay, I'm going to go for my boy Justice Hill. Like I said, don't have much of them. Now we got a Baltimore 4 stack. We got a Rams 2 stack. We got Baltimore Green Bay week 17. We don't have an Atlanta. I doubt anybody's really left except for McLeod. I have a lot of McLeod, but possibly him. What else? I got 2 Houston. They're I'm up. Am I up already? Oh no. Houston's with the Chargers. Yeah, my notifications from the other browser are popping up even though I'm not on the clock. Okay, I'm going to stop with running backs there. 6. Probably won't be getting a third. Probably won't be getting a third quarterback. So it's going to be tight end wide receiver for me and running a 2-6, 7-3. Most likely. I mean, Jalen McMillan has fallen 30 spots below ADP, and I don't have hardly any of them, so I'll take him if he falls. And he stacks with Wright. Oh, he got snapped. All right, I got to decide here what tight end and what wide receiver I want. I have a ton of Slayton already. Oh, I see a guy. I see a good guy. Tulu Atwell going with Puka and Stafford. It's a pretty common stack, but it's a nice one. Don't have any bye week problems except for tight end on week 10. Not the end of the world. So I got a Rams 3 stack, Ravens 4 stack, some week 17 correlations. I've got a rookie there. Got a second-year guy there. Could use another rookie, but more likely I'll be getting a second-year guy. Yeah, I could have used another rookie along the way, I would say. I mean, Jalen Wright's basically a rookie to me. McConkey's a second-year guy. You want those second-year guys that have that look like they could improve a lot. Got a little too many olds, I would say. They're not old; they're in their prime. But. Okay, so tight end. I think I might take my boy. Him. I got a lot of him. I mean, I'll take Dalton Schultz if he's there. I don't think Gadsden. I mean, I could take Jawan Johnson too. I don't have hardly any Jawan Johnson. I don't have much Schultz. I have a lot of Fannin, so I really don't need any more. Even though he is a young rookie who's going to have a role, he's more likely to have a role than Gadsden. Okay, there goes Schultz. There goes Freiermuth. This guy's got 2 tight ends. Is he going to pin me on Juwan Johnson? No, he took Tyreek Hill. Theo's another good one. I have a lot of him though already. Like I said, I don't know much Juwan Johnson, so I'm going to go for an all. I'm going to go for an all. So there's the team. It's a 2-6-7-3. Lamar and Stafford. Strong quarterback room. Stafford's an old guy who puts up numbers all the time. Lamar, to me, is going to be the QB1. I decided just to stick with the 2 because I have an elite quarterback, and Stafford should be durable. Got Lamar stacked with Justice Hill, Flowers, and Bateman. A bring back with Jaden Reed in the Week 17 game. I got Stafford stacked with Puka and Atwell. Of course, if something happens to Devontae, that's looking really good. No bring back on that one. I got Mixon with Jaden Higgins on the Texans. And that may be it. I didn't go overboard with the Week 17 on this one. But I've been wanting to get some more McCaffrey. I actually like the way my Chuba reach worked out. The tight ends, I literally only took him because I never take him, and he slipped a bit. I don't take Jake Ferguson actually that much either, so mixing it up. Same thing with Jaden Higgins. Same thing with Jalen Wright. I end up with a lot of mixing because he falls. Jalen Wright, like I said, I haven't hardly taken at all. So we'll see. Obviously, it's a Baltimore Rams dependent team. I would say the weakness is clearly, to me, tight end. Strength is quarterback and wide receiver. All right. Have a good one. Please subscribe and like to my channel and like the videos and comment whether you think it was a terrible draft, a good draft, or what's your take on it. I have a smaller channel. I've been doing steady best ball content again. Successful DFS and best ball player, was profitable last year in best ball. Basically my first year doing it heavy on DraftKings, profitable in regular season and playoffs. I've had some big first place hits on DFS on DraftKings over the past year and a half and in the past before that. All right, thanks. Have a good one.